What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I am working on two Gyutos. I'm doing Gyutos two ways. That's kind of tough to say. And what I mean by that is, one is a hidden tang and one is a full tang. Those are essentially the two ways to make a knife. Well, to do a knife handle, I guess. So it's gonna be really cool to see how I do these side by side. Obviously one is gonna be, this is gonna be a Wa style handle, so this is gonna be traditionally a Japanese profile. This one is more Western because it's got the Western style handle with a Japanese influence blade, which honestly is one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite overall profiles. I just think it looks so good together. So I've got these fully tapered, and now I've just got to put in I gotta start working on the convex. So I got some grinding to do. Alright, well, I've got the knives done off the grinder. One of them has already been sanded. So now I'm moving on to this one. We'll just do a little hand sanding and then ready for handles. But let's talk about some hand sanding, actually. So I know I've done some hand sanding videos before. You could probably go back onto my older videos and find that kind of stuff. My ideal setup is to come off my grinders at 400 grit. That way I can just start at 400 grit. And the only sandpaper I use is Rhino Wet. Indasa USA Rhino Wet. This is by far the best stuff I've used. And I've used a ton of different things. I've used the Norton Black Ice stuff. Nothing cuts like Rhino Wet. So that's all I go with. And so I just start at 400, got myself some strips, like this, like this, and I've got a hand sanding stick that I can grab onto and just start going at it on my first grit in a diagonal pattern. That way I can see, because right now all my lines are running the same way as my grinder, so kind of up and down. So when I go on a diagonal, I know, I'll give myself a visual to know when all my grind lines are gone, and I'm done with my 400 grit, and then go to the 600. So I'm gonna be here a while. 400 is done. You can see all my scratch pattern going all this way. And there's no marks left over from the grinder, so I know 400 is done. Now I've got this little plunge line up here, and sometimes it can be tricky to get into that, so I like to make like specific sanding sticks to help get into those tight areas. One side of this is I've ground a very thin bevel for the smaller ones, and then this side is thicker and quite rounded for when I do bigger swooping plunge lines. So this is very helpful for that. Okay, this handle's all done. I've got it fully hand sanded. Oh, I can't take that off. And I have my edges chamfered on the back and on the front for comfortability. So this one's ready to go. Now I need to work on this one. I need to sand these front bolster pieces And the tricky part is gonna be getting this wood fit up so that it's flush on the tang and where it meets the brass. I think it's gonna be a tiny bit tricky just because my tang is also tapered. So this is not a full 90-degree angle, it's slightly less. So that's where I'm at now. Yeah, let's finish sanding the bolster first and then I'll get to this. I'm going to spend this morning finishing this one. So I've got to finish the choil, finish the spine, etch my maker's mark, and then finish hand sanding, and this one is all done. We are in the final stretch. Well, there you have it. That's a Gyuto 2 ways. 2 slightly similar knives, but 2 different sort of processes. Same but different kind of thing, you know? I'm not sure which one I like better, but let me know if you have a preference. I don't know. And leave your questions and comments down below. And that's all I got for you this time. I'll see ya.